construction and now have underground tunnels that connect all the buildings together. According to a contractor, these tunnels have a strange sprinkler system that was added onto the roofs of the tunnel. But this sprinkler system has no valid use, as these tunnels are concrete and underground. If relating these sprinkler systems back to the sign of AUAG in front of the mural regarding genocide, then one must begin to wonder what the use of a sprinkler in a concrete tunnel 150 feet below the ground would be. These underground bases appear to be holding rooms due to the sheer mass and size, and some say that they even allude to concentration camps. This is because, 1. These holding rooms have no purpose, and when the airport authorities were questioned, they say that they are merely being used for storage. And 2, well, the barbed wire fences face the inside of the airport rather than facing the outside, which is what they usually do. This implies
Conspiracy theories have attracted the attention of many.
bases have been going under more construction and now have underground tunnels that connect all the buildings together. According to a contractor, these tunnels have a strange sprinkler system that was added onto the roofs of the tunnel. But this sprinkler system has no valid use, as these tunnels are concrete and underground. If relating these sprinkler systems back to the sign of AUAG in front of the mural regarding genocide, then one must begin to wonder what the use of a sprinkler in a concrete tunnel 150 feet below the ground would be. These underground bases appear to
for some reason this is freezing, but
say that they're mere.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. But the thing is that we have to start making connections. Okay? Like I said, it's all like different pieces to the puzzle. And once you start bringing these pieces to the puzzle together, you start to see things. Let me ask you a question. How many people have ever heard of the Georgia Guidestones?
I've never heard of.
Okay. They call this the American Stonehenge. On one of the highest hilltops in Elbert County, Georgia, stands a huge granite monument engraved in 8 different languages, and the 4 giant stones that support the common capstone are 10 guides or commandments. That monument is alternately referred to as the Georgia Guidestones or the American Stonehenge. Though relatively unknown to most people, it is an important link to the occult hierarchy that dominates the world in which we live. The origin of that strange monument is shrouded in mystery because no one knows the true identity of the man or men who commissioned its construction. certain is that in June 1979, a well-dressed, articulate stranger visited the office of the Elton Granite Finishing Company and announced that he wanted to build an edifice to transmit a message to mankind. He identified himself as R.C. Christian, but it soon became apparent that was not his real name. He said that he represented a group of men who wanted to offer direction to humanity. But to date, almost 2 decades later, no one knows who R.C. Christian really was or the names of those he represented. Several things are apparent. The messages engraved on the Georgia Guidestones deal with 4 major fields: governance and the establishment of a world government. Number 2, population and reproduction control. Number 3, the environment and man's relationship to nature. And number 4, spirituality. Library in Elberton, someone found a book written by the man who called himself R.C. Christian. He discovered that the Monument Commission had been erected in recognition of Thomas Paine and the occult philosophy he espoused. Indeed, the Georgia Guidestones are used for occult ceremonies and mystic celebrations to this very day. And I'm telling you, our society is saturated with occultism. And the only reason why we don't know it, because we don't know the language. Okay? Because like I said, they deal in a language of symbols, but we're going to talk about that. Tragically, only one religious leader in the area had the courage to speak out against the American Stonehenge, and he has recently relocated his ministry because it was too much for him to deal with. Okay, these people are throughout society. Now this, what follows is the message of the Georgia Guidestones, but when you watch it, think about the mural in Denver Airport, all right? Number 1, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. That's a problem, because there's billions of people on the earth. So that means you have to start getting rid of people, okay? And one of the reasons that they push homosexuality so much, because it's a form of genocide. Okay? Because if I can turn you away from your mate, you don't reproduce. Okay? Number 2, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. So that's your eugenics right there. Okay? Guide reproduction wisely. And what did Margaret Sanger say about blacks? She said that we were human weeds, people that should have never even been born. And we were reckless breeders. Okay? So we're part of the undesirables that they talk about. Unite humanity with a living new language. What language do you think that is? It's English. Okay? Because all over the world, that's what they're doing. They're trying to get people speaking English. Rule, passion, faith, tradition, and all things attempted. I gotta go back a little bit on that one. Not too fast. With tempered temperate reason. Okay. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. So let's talk about your one world court. Okay. And they talk about the United Nations and using the United Nations to deal with problems. That all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in the world court. Okay, and this is what they've been trying to do for the longest in terms of establishing the United Nations. Okay. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. Okay, remember how in the mural, how they talk about nature flourishing, and okay, and even now when you look at how they build, when they start to build these new houses, see how close they have them together? Because that's what they're doing. They're trying to save that room for nature. Limiting the population of the earth to 500 million will require the extermination of 9/10 of the world's people. Okay? And we look at all the different genocides that's going on around the world. The American Stonehenge reference to establishing a world court foreshadows the current move to create an international criminal court and a world government. The Guidestone's emphasis on preserving nature anticipates the environmental movement of the 1990s, and the reference to seeking harmony with the infinite reflects the current effort to replace Judeo-Christian beliefs with a new spirituality. The message of the American Stonehenge also foreshadowed the current drive for sustainable development. Anytime you hear the phrase sustainable development used, you should substitute the term socialism to be able to understand what is intended. Mrs. Yoko Ono, the widow of John Lennon, was quoted as referring to the American Stonehenge, saying, I want people to know about the stones. We're headed toward a world where we might blow ourselves up, and maybe the globe will not exist. It's a nice time to reaffirm ourselves, knowing all the beautiful things that are in this country, and the Georgia stones symbolize that. What is the true significance of the American Stonehenge, and why is it a covert message important? Because it confirms the fact that there was a covert group intent on dramatically reducing the population of the world, promoting environmentalism, establishing a world government, promoting a new spirituality. Certainly the group that commissioned the Georgia Guidestones is one of many similar groups working together toward a new world order, a new world economic system, and a new world spirituality. If you look at what's going on, what are they dealing with? They're talking about trying to put chips in us now, right? And they're talking about having a cashless system. where you would swipe your hand over things. I mean, you would basically swipe your hands to pay for things. Okay? I saw a report on Good Morning America one year where they had this couple who had basically put these chips in them, and they were able to unlock their apartment door, unlock their car, go to the Mac machine, all using this chip. Okay? So it's very interesting, and I think one of the works that you should check out is by a man named Aaron Russo. He did a documentary called Freedom to Fascism. And it's very important, I think, that you see that film, because he originally started out trying to prove that the tax laws were unconstitutional. But then he found out a whole bunch of other things. Okay, but it's a very good documentary to see. It's Aaron Russo's America, Freedom to Fascism. Behind those groups, however, are dark spiritual forces. Without understanding the nature of those dark forces, it is impossible to understand the unfolding of world events. Okay, so this is very important when we start talking about the media. Okay. The fact that most Americans have never heard of the Georgia Guidestones or their message to humanity reflects the degree of control that exists today over what the American people think. We ignored that message at our peril. The Age of Reason was a book written by Thomas Paine. Its intent was to destroy the Judeo-Christian beliefs upon which the USA Republic was founded. The hole that you see in the stone was drilled in the center stone so that the North Star could be visualized through it at any moment. This was one of several requirements stipulated by R.C. Christian for the building of the American Stonehenge, and reflects his obsession with the alignment of the stars, the sun, and the moon. Occultists often worship the alignment and movement of heavenly bodies as part of their religious ceremonies. All right, we'll stop that there. But now let's get into this media. What you're about to see is something that I saw on 2020. And it was so interesting that, I had to go out and purchase the DVD. All right.
Good evening, and welcome to a special edition of 2020. Barbara Walters and John Miller have the night off. Tonight we're going to do something different. We're going to report on us, the media. Can you trust what we show you? You can say pictures don't lie, but today, thanks to computers, they can. Now, we reporters want to do a good job to tell you what's important, what you need to know, but sometimes we get fooled. And sometimes in our eagerness to get you to watch, we may end up fooling you. And fooling people is easier than ever. You tell lies thinking I can't see. Last fall, Paul McCartney headlined a concert to benefit victims of September 11th. Some politicians appeared, including Senator Hillary Clinton. Some people in the audience booed her.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Booed and heckled. But then MTV's channel VH1 reran the same concert and made it into a DVD. Notice a difference?
And what's the difference? Applause. Applause. Okay. So these people change reality. Okay? Magician. Exactly.
You know, there's an old saying from the media, if I want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
And that's very true.
Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for supporting New York. Thank you for
The
your
booing has
generosity.
been removed. Now and forever on the DVD, the crowd applauds Senator Clinton. Why did MTV change reality? I don't know. Maybe it was political favoritism. Or maybe they just wanted to be nice. I don't know, because no one involved, including Senator Clinton's office, would comment directly on removing boos, except VH1, which said the concert was for healing, not controversy, and entertainment, not news. That is an important distinction, because when it comes to entertainment, there's lots of this trickery going around. Once TV Guide put what seemed to be Oprah Winfrey on its cover, but later admitted this is really Oprah's head grafted onto the body of Anne Margaret. TV Guide said this was okay because it's a drawing, not a photo.